Gazor, gazor, gazor. Prost, prost, prost. Good afternoon, everyone. This is David Hoffmann from David's Bin here with my father, Tomas Hoffmann. Today we're super pumped because we're going to be tasting a delicious beer from Angry Chair Brewing in Tampa. This is an American IPA, 6.7% alcohol, and it's actually called Space Grass. So they say it's golden yellow, bitter. Some describe the aroma as a blend of orange, grapefruit, papaya, and guava. And Dad, are you ready to try it?
I'm ready.
Let's try this.
There's definitely like,
lots of hops.
yeah, and there's like grapefruit. There's a grapefruit tone behind it.
I mean, I feel like you have the grapefruit, you have the citrus, like you would think it's an orange.
Guava
you know?
is definitely
Guava's in there
the
too.
orange, yeah.
Wow. And if you guys don't know about craft beers in America, craft beer is very different from industrial breweries. You know, everybody knows the main brands. Heineken, Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller, all these, and that is basically industrial. They make millions of liters a year and they sell it super affordable, and it's basically water. There is no uniqueness to it. It doesn't have flavors. It's never really different. It's always the same exact thing. People love it because old school people love it. I mean, my father maybe.
It's a predictable thing.
It's predictable. For me, I'm into craft beer. There's over 5,000 craft breweries in America. I've been to easily 500 to this point in my life.
Wow.
But around the world, not just America. And yeah, so when you go to a craft brewery, you know they have the two like main core beers, the ones they always have, and they bottle or can them. But they also make like 5, 6, up to like 15 other beers, and that's their experiments, right? And that's, you can only try it there at the brewery. Like, you know, how many have we been?
There is an element of surprise. I think that's a big part of it.
Exactly.
The surprise that you're tasting something new and unique, and if you like it, you can go back. Can you go back and get it always, or they change?
No, they always, I mean, it really depends. Sometimes they change, but always the core two, and then the one you can get there. And when you go to the brewery, you can, you know, buy that beer in a growler. Now, what's a growler? This is 64 ounces, which is basically, what is that? So that's 4 English pints, 16 ounces each. In America, we do the 12 ounces. Whenever you go anywhere, you always get it, and it's 12 ounces. So really, it's like almost 5 beers for us. Yeah. This thing. And 6.7%, I mean, it's not too strong, but it's definitely stronger than the 4.2% of usual industrial beers, you know?
Is there also craft beer in Europe? I think
there's craft beer
it started in Europe, right?
I mean, I don't know if it started. It really started, I feel like, in like Maine, California.
Okay.
The two like the pioneers. Also, Colorado's big on it now.
Yeah.
Well, they were big on it in the beginning, but like slowly growing. Right now, Miami, there's 15. In South Florida, I think there's like 50.
Wow.
You know, so it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
So it is popular. It is. People are looking more for this than the traditional beer. At least the newer generation, the younger generations.
I mean, I'm a beer snob. Like, I only would drink it. You know
that. You won't drink like commercial beer. I know that. I know you will not touch anything that's commercial.
Want to. I mean, I'll touch it from that country. I'll try it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to drink 5, you know, regular industrial beer, because it literally is water.
Yeah, you won't buy a 6-pack and sit in front of the TV and drink it. Basically, you will drink something like this.
I mean, I'll drink this.
Yeah, I know you will.
Because this is fun.
I know you will. I've seen you. I've seen you.
How many have we been to together?
God almighty. You know, I just hit my mind. I remembered having breakfast in Heathrow one day when I was landing in the morning, and I had a beer for breakfast. I couldn't believe it. I don't know. They drink beer all the time.
I mean, I did that in Frankfurt too. So,
but Germany for sure.
Germany for sure.
In Germany for sure. But I know in the UK also they do.
What do you think of this one?
It's excellent, and you know, with our tropical weather here in Miami, it just goes very, very well. I mean, it is light. It's not a heavy beer. It's light. You can drink it easily.
It is light, but at the same time, it's not so light. Because the difference in alcohol already changes everything. Obviously, once you get up to the 10%ers, you really start feeling the full body effect. I mean, you drink. See, that's the best part. Is you can drink 2 of these and feel great. You don't have to drink 3 or 4.
You mean you drink 2 of these like you drank a bottle of wine, equivalent, something like that?
No, I think a bottle of wine's more percentage. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just feel like when I drink 2 of these, it hits me. It hits me harder.
It's heavier.
I mean, I am known for drinking a bottle of wine by myself, and I don't hide it. I admit it. And I love
So
wine.
Thomas drinks.
I love wine. I like a lot of things. I don't drink exaggerately, but I do like drinking occasionally. And but beer, I'll have 2 of these, and it's the equivalent of a bottle of wine for me. I mean, in terms of how you feel at that point.
Exactly. And one thing about the American IPA is that this is like the introductory beer to anybody who's not into craft beers. Whenever you go any bar and you've never, you're not into like craft beer, they'll be like, oh, you should try an IPA.
Yeah, IPA is like the basic, the common denominator of the tastings.
Well, the main thing is that it's more hops. So a lot more hops. You could taste it right when you hits your mouth. You taste it. You taste the cloudiness as well in this one. It's nice. It looks almost like an orange juice. Obviously it has grapefruit.
How would you define hops? Hops. Yeah. How do you define it?
It's the taste.
I mean, for somebody who's watching this video, is it a particular taste? Is it bitterness? There's some bitterness.
It's bitter.
That's what it is. It's like tart. Could it be tart? Not quite.
But this one's tarty.
This is tarty, right? So it's a bitterness with a bit of tart. That's really what hoppiness means.
I guess it depends, because you have the pale ale, which is less hops than the IPA, and then you have the double IPA, which is way more hops, and then they have the Imperial IPA, which is basically a triple. So, and that just means it just went through more of a process with more hops.
You know what? I think it's kind of cool when we've traveled together and we went to some of these breweries, and we tasted a flight.
That's
like
the best.
You can taste about 6 or 8 or 10. I mean, it depends on your appetite, I guess. And you order, but it's kind of cool. And yeah, you definitely feel after 6 or 7. When you're number 8, you're like, woo.
One day when I do have my own brewery, we'll have the flights.
Are you gonna have a brewery
one day?
Okay.
So if you guys don't know about flights, whenever you go to a brewery, or you can go to like a craft beer bar, when they have a lot of different beers, they'll have a flight. So it's a wooden pallet, right? A little pallet.
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, up to 12, and you get to try everything in like 2, 3, 4 ounces. A lot less. So you get like 1 or 2 beers at once, but a variety of their products, right? So you get to see what's the best. So you have an amber, an IPA, a pale ale, a stout, porter. Oh my God, there's so many different things.
And it's kind of a cool thing to do if you can, wherever you live, you find a brewery that does, craft beer, and you make it a point to go there, let's say on a given day, let's say on a weekend, and you just go there for the taste. It's almost, I would say it's almost like a cultural trip.
I mean, it is.
You're learning culture, you're learning different things.
And it's always, any brewery you go to that's not a big brewery is a craft brewery. They're always small batch, meaning like they do like 7-barrel systems, very small. They domestic or internationally export, but only limited, like the 2 cores. But yeah, so you like this one?
I love it.
I like it too.
I'm way slower than you.
I know. When I started drinking beer, my first beer was a Guinness in the Guinness storehouse. In terms of craft beer, I've tried other beers before, but that was
in Ireland.
In Ireland, yeah, in Dublin. So it's the Guinness storehouse. That was my first real dark beer. It's like a stout. I guess it's what the cumulative, they call it dark beer, but basically a stout. And from there I went and started experimenting. I actually went through a period where I went to I don't know, 40 breweries in 2 months. You remember that?
My goodness.
I mean, just because I wanted to try and understand. And then there's other concepts with beer. I mean, you can also put beer, like you make this, maybe not this, but maybe like a brown, a stout, porter, darker beers, put them into barrels, let them sit there for about a year or 2, and then try it.
We tried that. I remember we tried one was aged in a oak that was actually before they used it for bourbon, like whiskey.
Exactly. So they pulled
out, and then it kind of gets the aroma of the bourbon, but I think it was more than the aroma, because you could feel the beer was stronger.
Well, it takes from it.
Yeah.
Even though they took out the bourbon or whatever.
Yeah.
The beer absorbs whatever was in the oak.
The aroma, but there was more than the aroma. I could feel some of the whiskey in there.
When I have my place, I'm gonna have 50 of those, and just mix, and I have limited releases. Because that's the best part, is that as a brewery, you can basically make the beer and then sell it 2 years later in bottles, limited edition, $100 for something like this, and it's worth it because it's something that took time, a lot of effort.
I think we should make a video of how they make it, actually, how beer is made in a microbrewery. Don't you think?
We will.
I mean, that's
not micro, Dad.
Well, not a
craft
microbrewery,
beer,
craft beer. I'm sorry.
We're not small
yeah.
scale anymore.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you know, the process is interesting, and the way they age it, and maybe they put it on a barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, they do experiment a lot, and it's cool because the experimentation yields different things, uniqueness. There's a lot of uniqueness to all of this. Salud.
Well, guys,
Cheers.
salud. I hope
Cheers.
you enjoyed this video. So we tried the amazing Angry Chair Brewing Space Grass American IPA, 6.7%. It's tarty, it's tangy, it's cloudy,
Fruity.
it's hoppy, it's fruity, it's
easy
freaking-
to drink.
it's
It's easy to
delicious.
drink.
It's
It's easy
delicious.
to drink.
I mean, this compared to some watered down trash.
Yes, right.
Gazor,
Salud,
gazor, gazor.
Prost,
Prost, prost, prost. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed
Cheers.
this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below on, you know, what's your favorite beer? What are you into? Where are you from? What have you tried? You know, if you tried an IPA, if you don't know what it means, I'll make a video about that. Indian Pale Ale. It's a whole story behind it, really cool. But yeah, let me know. Well, guys, if you love this video, please subscribe to my channel. More beer and alcoholic content coming soon. Gazor.
Gazor.
It's good, right? I like it.
Very good.
That's another good one.
We can drink the whole thing. It's okay.